favorite time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursdays.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny. In today's video, together, we're going to be going over Oscar De La Hoya's latest Clapback Thursday. We'll play it and we'll react to that video in the comment section. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. And if you haven't already, could you please like this video? Hit subscribe. A lot of you guys may be watching my content and unaware that you haven't hit subscribe yet, as well as the little bell icon. Hit that as well. What that'll do is notify you every time I put something out that's new. All right, guys, this has become one of my favorite segments in boxing since last November. I've cut up a few of them over the last month or so, and we've gone over them, and they seem to do pretty well in the comment section. So today we're going to be doing the same thing. Oscar released this 2 days ago on his Instagram, and this entire 4.5-minute video seems to be another assault and attack on Canelo Alvarez. I've chopped it up in segments, so what we're going to do is watch what Oscar has to say, and then after each segment, I want you guys to comment below if you agree with him on his tirade against Canelo or if you disagree with him. Let's get this thing started.
So the news came out last week that Canelo just signed a contract to fight Jake Paul.
So we had a signed contract to fight. Here you can see Canelo's signature and my signature to the right.
But at the last minute, Canelo ditched the agreement to instead sign a 4-fight deal with Turki Al-Sheikh. Jake Paul pointed out that Canelo has zero loyalty to anyone.
Truth is, you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut.
And doesn't give a shit about his fans.
And you're screwing over all your Mexican fans by doing your fights in Saudi. It just shows what type of person you are.
And he couldn't be more correct. Canelo, I was a little butthurt when you left Golden Boy Promotions back in 2015. But then you did the same thing to Eddie Hearn.
Bruh.
And now Al Heyman, who you said was the best promoter ever. What? Just months ago.
Al Heyman, thank you. I think right now the best promoter, BBC.
What?
You don't give a foil to anyone.
These hoes ain't loyal, no they ain't.
You're simply in this for the money. You certainly are in it for the fans.
No.
For helping the Mexican people.
No.
You've proven you don't give a f.
No.
You've never done a damn thing to help the Mexican community.
No.
And you'll go out of your way not to give them the fights they want to see. Instead of fighting David Benavidez on Cinco de Mayo weekend, which is clearly the move to make, because David's coming off a great win against Morale. You're fighting William Skull?
Your body don't stop.
Really? What the f? You really said you won't fight David Benavidez because I don't want to give him a payday because he doesn't deserve it and he's talking shit about me. What the f? You're supposed to create bad blood and excitement for the fans to enjoy. But you won't fight a guy because he's being mean to you? Get the f***, Canelo.
All right, guys, there's a couple things I want to cover in that first segment. There's actually 3 points. I want to talk about the Jake Paul narrative, the William Skull fight, and the David Benavidez fight. Now, I actually disagree with Oscar pretty much on almost all 3, but let's get to the Jake Paul narrative first. Look, I'm a boxing purist. You can say what you want to say about my next opinion, and if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section. I don't think Jake Paul's name should be up against Canelo Alvarez. Also, anything that Jake Paul ever releases to the media, I second guess. I don't believe a word that dude says. He's a master marketer, but he also knows how to manipulate the system. And I think that's what Oscar's doing as well, leaning in on the Jake Paul narrative, anything to get one over on Canelo. And we know that Oscar is a master at that. The second one, the William Skull fight. Now, I see why they're talking trash about William Skull, but what Oscar has failed to mention is that Skull is a champion. Canelo did get that IBF stripped from him. Skull has that belt, and it's better for marketing, and it's better for their quote-unquote build-up of the fight for September with Crawford if Canelo has all of those belts. So that fight does make sense from that perspective. And the David Benavidez argument, guys, Benavidez has fought his last 2 fights at light heavyweight. Oscar didn't say that. If he wants to really correct that narrative, that means that Benavidez would come back down to 68. But David is on his own trajectory now. He even said he's going to make a name for himself at light heavyweight. He looked amazing against Morrell. He said he wants the winner of Better Beef and Bivol. So to say that Canelo should be fighting Benavidez on Cinco de Mayo when Benavidez hasn't fought at 168 in almost a year, I think that's a little bit persuasive on Oscar's point, and we know what he was trying to do there. In the comment section below, let me know your thoughts. Let's continue.
You single-handedly created the diva era in boxing. Other fighters look up to you, and it's your fault this is the softest, money-hungry era of all time in boxing. Also, Canelo, if you're a true star in your prime, anyone you fight should become a star as well. Like me with Pacquiao, he became Pac-Man. With me and Mayweather, he became Mummy Mayweather. So that brings me to your last opponent, Edgar Berlanga.
A few moments later.
Who went the distance with you, but lost every round. And then he went on a bizarre victory tour celebrating his loss? The champ is here! Bumlanga, as he's been named by the fans, is fighting March 15th against, I don't know.
Who is this? Brooklyn, New York, Boricua, Latino. What is this? No.
In Orlando on the undercard.
You're gonna be in the undercard.
What the I would rather watch Mickey Mouse pound on Donald Duck down the street at the Epcot Center. Nobody cares if Bumlanga ever fights again.
We don't care.
But this fiasco further proves my point that Canelo's responsible for creating an era of pussies.
All right, guys, in the comment section below right now, let me know if you feel that Canelo is the main one responsible for what Oscar says, the wussy era, the prima donna era, the era where guys don't fight the best guys, where they only look for paydays. And once again, Oscar's brilliant marketing with this segment allows him to hit anyone he wants with strays. Edgar Berlanga, he calls him Bumlanga. You know how I feel, guys, if you've been a fan of my channel for long enough. I am not for that victory lap after he lost, so I agree with Oscar on that point. Do you agree what he says when if you think you're a superstar, Canelo, everybody that you fight should become a star? It's an interesting idea to think about. I don't know where I stand on that. Let me know your thoughts. Let's finish up with one more segment.
I've always said that Chavez is the greatest Mexican fighter in the world. He led the warrior era in the fighting game. Chavez, Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, myself, warriors. We wanted the best fights and never ducked anyone. Then came Floyd, yes, you know, the boxing, the agility, and the running. But now we have the diva era created by Canelo, the most pathetic era in boxing today. Canelo, from all the fans in boxing who love fighting, we sincerely mean this. Boo!
No more question.
All right, guys. Is this the diva era? Down below, let me know. If it is Canelo responsible? Is Oscar right when he talks about the warriors, the names that he said? Would you put Mike Tyson on that list? Sugar Ray Leonard, is he on your list? Cesar Chavez, is he the king of Mexico? All of these things are good conversation. These are Oscar's thoughts. In the comment section below, I'm asking you guys to leave your thoughts.
Remember, guys, you're not a hater if you only speak the facts.